Alright. Bonus day, bonus stream, bonus event, free stuff, cool characters. Let's just play the game. Same things as always. Subs and deaths equal wishes. Failure in events will also equal wishes. So we're going to try to fail a lot less than we did during the Windbloom event. Without further ado, let's just go. Gonna be pulling on Baiju banner and standard banner mostly, though. But let's jump into it. Comings and goings, opening festivities. To the Academia main hall. I'm not gonna be looking for all of the weird interactions this time around. We're mostly just here for the main story. The side stuff is side stuff. You're not watching my channel to see that side stuff anyway. You're watching, I don't know, Ashikai, chilling with Aster, any of the other numbers of people that all they do is document everything. That being said, this is not to discourage you from going to those channels. I highly recommend you go to those channels. You should probably just be here to see my perspective, which you don't have to be here live for that either. We're just here to have fun and interact with the game.
A moment, if you would. Are you two the famous Traveler and Paimon by any chance?
Darn, Paimon getting all that name recognition. I'm still the Traveler.
We sure are. And who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee. Have you two heard of this festival?
No, only just now.
Yep, and that's exactly why we're here.
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief explanation of the event?
That would be helpful, thanks.
So, the Academia Extravaganza is a grand event run by the Academia with a long and storied history. To be precise, it can be divided into the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship.
Okay. Which one am I participating in?
The gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence.
Okay.
On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship, so the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
You could say that again.
Got it. Cool. Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation.
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
I'm not joining a Darshan.
Huh? Need our help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us. Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year. As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time. I've heard that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert. With your participation, especially in the Inter-Darshan Championship, more people will definitely come to appreciate the festival.
We're not Academia researchers, you know. Didn't you say only the Darshan representatives can take part?
Exactly. Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
No need to worry. The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators.
Ooh.
Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition.
That sounds fun. Commentating? I love commentating. That's basically all I do. I commentate on this, I commentate on that. Which I guess I said that we have some bonus streams this week, so I guess I'll get this out of the way here. If this stream proves to be very, very short, we'll do some reaction content, because I have not seen the Baiju or Kaveh demos, which I'm told have been uploaded. I was aware the Baiju's demo was uploaded. I didn't know that Kaveh's was until recently. Or at least I'm told it is. I don't know. My source is not reliable.
There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
Woohoo!
That kind of sounds like a sweet deal. What do you think?
Who are the participants anyway? Will there be other commentators?
Yes, 2 others in fact. Their responsibilities will be somewhat different from yours. One of our organizers will explain the details to you later at the main venue.
Cool. What's Nahida doing then?
So,
How about it? Would you like to take this commission?
We'll give it a go.
wow, having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the Citadel of Regzar, and the organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up.
The Citadel of Regzar? Where the hell is that?
The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good experience serving as commentators. If you have any doubts, come find me anytime.
Alrighty, off we go!
The hell is the Citadel of Regzar? I'll exhaust your dialogue.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nothing. Got it. Citadel of Regzar. Oh, that's the core of 30 place, right? It's like it sounded familiar, but at the same time, I did not remember it. Oh, that definitely looks like the place right there. There's a bunch of kids jumping up and down. Must be exciting. That's how Genshin always shows it's exciting. Terminate the treacherous transport. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. There's a party going on.
Welcome, one and all, to the Academia Extravaganza. Now then, allow me to reveal the prizes for this iteration of the Interdarshan Championship. Fabulous monetary rewards, research funds, a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card, and the right to wear the Diadem of Knowledge. I believe that I need not elaborate as to how this is a symbol of great honor.
I have a feeling that Sino is going to show up to try to get said card.
She should be Karina, right? Looks like she's in the middle of something. Let's wait till she's less busy, then go introduce ourselves.
The Diadem of Knowledge. What a perfect work of art.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm losing myself in its beauty. The one who proves fit to wear it must be a rare genius indeed.
It honestly looks a little tacky, personally.
I believe that most of you have already seen the Diadem of Knowledge or have heard tales about it. 20 years ago, a researcher named Sachin bought it for a large sum of mora before donating it to the Academia.
But why did they buy it?
The generous championship prizes are also sourced from his sponsorship. Before we begin, allow me to express our gratitude to this researcher, who cannot be with us right now.
Oh, come on. I don't need story plot right now. Stop inserting story plot into the limited time events.
Things can only get worse. Things can only go from bad to worse.
Who are you?
Human nature begets conflict, and conflict begets ruin. From the beginning, the seeds of wickedness have been.
Hey, stop spacing out!
Dang it, Paimon.
Paimon called out to you, but you didn't respond. You okay?
I think I had a
Late without telling Paimon.
I think I got connected to the diadem.
All right. I'm sure we're all more than ready for the championship to begin. Now then, let's invite our 6 Darshan representatives to the stage. Our contestants are... representing Amorta, Tighnari!
I think this will be our first time with the new VA, actually.
Representing Spontamod, Sino!
Of course. Well, we knew Sino was going to show up.
Representing Ratawahist, Layla!
We have not met Layla yet, so this will be our first time interacting with her at all.
Representing Haravatat, Faruzan!
This will also be our first time interacting with Faruzan, although technically I believe we could have done her hangout event before this, which I believe chronologically would take place before this.
Representing Kasharawar, Kaveh!
Technology. I thought you were I thought it was archaeology or architecture. I forget whatever this Kasharawar was supposed to be. I guess it's technology.
And for Vahumana... Huh? Is Vahumana's representative not here yet?
These introductions are pointless.
Logan!
Let's just get this over with.
Oh shit. How did you show up with no one seeing you?
Wait a sec. Why is he Vahumana's representative?
Back that up. What was that sound effect that played right before Paimon spoke?
Finally, our final contestant is Vahumana's representative, Hat Guy!
What is he? Hat Guy? Is this just a way to convince people to swap out their stupid name tag for Hat Guy? Ideology. Ideology is history, right?
Oh, so that's Hat Guy. I think I've seen him before.
You know who he is?
I've heard that he's a researcher from a different country who nominally belongs to Vahumana. Word is that he's written a lot of political analyses.
Really?
His manner of speech hasn't made him popular amongst most other Vahumana researchers, but his comings and goings are quite irregular, so he doesn't interact with others much.
He's getting stared down, too.
Aside from his more controversial aspects, his perspectives are considered quite incisive.
I didn't realize he was writing political thesis since the last time we saw him.
Vahumana has seen a dearth of new talent lately, and some of its existing ones are not currently at the academia, so I suspect he might have been their only option.
Oof. Feels bad.
It's just kind of weird. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd participate in competitions like this one.
I don't know, he might do it despite others.
Now that we have our 6 contestants, the championship will soon begin. Who will triumph this time around? Hold on to your hats, because we're all on this ride together.
Probably Kave's gonna win, because this is the Kaveh update.
Huh.
But I'd be
I
pleasant.
do know a lot of the contestants.
But it would be very funny if, fucking our man Logan wins, just because he's Hat Guy. The prize is a hat, after all.
Oh, right. We're guest commentators, aren't we? So figuring out everyone's reasons for participating is in our job description.
That being said, we all know who the real Hat Guy in Genshin is if you follow the memes. But sadly, he's not here right now.
Let's go ask them when we go say hi. Especially him. Paimon still thinks it's weird that he's here.
You gotta get over that, Paimon. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, if you read the birthday letter that we got from him on the 3rd of January, we kind of already knew that he'd kind of been lumped into the academia. So it's not too surprising to see him in this. I just think it's funny that he's participating in the competition at all. The fact that he's in the academia, not surprising. The fact that he's, like, well-known and doing really good, that surprises me. talk to him first, because he's the one that's intriguing me the most. What's up, Logan?
So, what are you...
Oh, we forgot to talk to Karina.
Just call me Hat Guy. That's the name I use in Vahumana.
Really? Actually, this answers my question that I had last time we saw him. Are we just going to call him Wanderer every time we see him? Because that's going to be really weird, because there's going to be Traveler and Wanderer, Traveler and Wanderer. But I guess we're just calling him Hat Guy from now on, and I don't know how I fucking feel about that.
That sounds like a nickname, not a real name.
You mean like Traveler?
So I can't go by a simple, ordinary name?
Paimon, don't be so mean.
Fine, suit yourself. Alright then, Hat Guy, why are you taking part in the Inter-Darshan Championship?
I'm honestly surprised that Hat Guy isn't a nickname that Paimon came up with during the 3.3 Archon quest. Come on, Paimon. You're like the queen of nicknames.
We're specially invited guest commentators, so play nice and answer our questions.
Don't be so, what's the term? Smug about it.
You could be Matra for all I care. So what if I don't answer you? What then?
Then we move on to the next contestant.
You...
I'll tell you this much. I have an agreement with someone not to reveal my motives.
Is that someone the Archon?
You're not plotting something in secret, are you?
Well, it's hard to say. Why don't you take a guess?
You want the hat. You want the diadem.
Ugh, Paimon's had it with you.
Why does Paimon have more sound effects now? What's going on?
Fine, be that way. Then we won't ask you why you're participating. Instead, why did you join Vahumana?
You two sure like to poke your noses where they don't belong. If I don't say anything, are you going to annoy me to death?
I won't, but Paimon might.
I heard that the Vahumana researcher named Akaba was researching the Tatarasuna incident, so I wrote a few essays to refute his points.
Oh. Wait, Akaba was the guy that we helped during the 3.3 Archon quest, if I'm right.
Later, when I was bored, I wrote some commentary on societal issues in Inazuma. I didn't expect Vahumana to consider me as one of them. Someone even invited me to a lecture or whatever. From start to finish, it was just the wishful thinking of idiots. A misunderstanding. There's your answer. Simple.
And yet you're here representing them in a tournament?
But when Lesser Lord Kusanali heard about this, she went out of her way to get me registered in Vahumana. She used the name Hat Guy.
God damn it, Nahida. I love you, but come on. So it was Nahida's doing.
Enough chit-chat. You're better off wasting your time with the other contestants.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I'll stop bugging you.
Someone's about to get very unlucky. Wanna guess who?
Kaveh, because he's the face of this update. And also because Baiju's not here.
How is anyone supposed to relax with you around? We've got to stay alert and keep a close eye on him.
I don't think so. I'm actually planning to ignore him now that I know his reasons for being here and why he's part of the Academia. In fact, that literally checks off all the boxes of everything I wanted to know, to be honest. Why he's in the tournament, I could warrant a guess, and that's good enough for me. We'll probably find out regardless, whether we get it from him or not. Alright, Sino. Let me guess. Playing card.
We meet again, you two.
Hey, Tighnari. We came here to check out this extravaganza event, and then they invited us to be guest commentators.
Is that so? I heard that there would be guest commentators recording the proceedings with cameras, but I didn't expect they'd be you two.
For those who don't know, Tighnari's new voice actor is probably most well known for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But, I saw some, he tweeted out actually some really fun fan art where someone actually drew Tighnari in the style of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I thought it was pretty hilarious. Then that pretty much ends my thoughts on the matter of the new VA work, so the rest of it we will make our decision afterwards. But personally, I'm a fan of their work, so I'm not going to be disappointed.
It's a pleasant surprise that you're visiting Sumeru again while I'm still on leave. When everything comes together perfectly like this, I call it the biryani factor.
The what?
Because it's always rice to meet stew again.
Ah, that's a good one.
Ugh.
Aether looked like Aether smiling. Aether liked that one.
So, Tighnari, you're representing Amurta, and Sino is representing Spontamod. But haven't you both already graduated? Can alumni also take part in a competition?
That is a good question, Paimon. Good commentator work.
I had wondered the same thing. When I was told the news, I was actually more shocked than you are now. I later found out that anyone who has been a part of a particular darshan has the right to participate. Graduation status has no effect.
Which means technically Lisa could have shown up, or could possibly show up later. Well, that would be funny. I'm told she never graduated, though, right? She just left the academia.
So that's a rule, huh?
There are some restrictions, though. For example, sages cannot participate. Any given person can only participate in one instance of the championship, and so on.
So I'm guessing because Alhaitham is the technically the interim Grand Sage, he cannot participate. Cool. Makes sense.
That's right. Also, there are two methods by which the darshan representatives are chosen. One is self-nomination, and the other is to be recommended by over half of one's darshan.
You must have been a case of the latter, Tighnari.
I heard that quite a few of your juniors petitioned for your candidacy.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead.
Can you refuse?
Well, you can, but after some consideration, I realize this could be a good opportunity for me.
Why so?
Next month, we're having a public lecture on ecology at Gandharvaville. If I participate in this event, I might be able to utilize its popularity to promote the lecture.
That sounds like a good use of your time, then.
I'm not that concerned about becoming the champion, unlike someone here.
Sino wants that playing card. He wants that just Invocation TCG playing card. So you volunteered yourself, Sino?
Yes. I'm using the last of my leave for this. When I heard that a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card was one of the prizes, I signed myself up. This year's card is a rare one indeed. It would be a shame if I missed out on it.
I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about my opinions on promo cards. I do not like promo cards. In terms of collectors, that's all well, fine and good. I don't mind special promo arts of cards, but when you make, like, exclusive promo cards where it's like, hey, this is a unique card that you can only get this one way, it ruins game balance, in my opinion. If you're going to make a promo card, make it just an alternate art of an existing card. That's my recommendation. But if it's like a mechanically unique card, it's bad. Don't do that. I hate it when they do that. And right now, I think it's one of the two issues I have with the One Piece trading card game. As well as, I guess, like Secret Lair The Walking Dead for Magic the Gathering is also a big no-no as well.
Wait, is it some kind of super powerful card?
No, come on, it's just going to be rare.
No, it's a very common one. But it has a holographic layer.
Never mind, I take all of that back. They're doing it good. Way to go, Genshin.
So what's the point?
It's one of a kind, Paimon.
It's very cool.
Good enough for me.
Paimon meant apart from being very cool.
That is reason enough. I shall do my all to emerge victorious and add it to my deck.
As someone who doesn't play cards much, I can't quite relate. But it isn't surprising that everyone has their own reasons for taking part in the tournament.
Fair enough. Alright, let's go find someone else to question.
Alright, now let's go get to the big group that's got the most diverse cast over here. This will be our first introduction to some of these characters.
Layla!
Because we've definitely never met Layla, but I believe Layla's, I guess you could do Layla's event before this event came out, because it would have came out in the same patch. So yeah, this is technically, for some people, going to be the first time they meet half of these characters.
Huh? Oh, it's you. Why are you here?
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to record what happens during the competition.
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to catch the moment of my triumph on camera.
We'll try. I will definitely try.
Remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a seniors class.
Are you suggesting that we do a pan-up to sexualize the women? How dare you? Alright. Faruzan. Faruzan, the researcher from the 100 Years Prior, is a household name in Harvaratat. She is better known in Sumeru at large for her work in mechanics. Once she was trapped in a strange ruin, only escaped after much peril, yet a century had passed for the world she emerged into, and was no longer the place she remembered. Whether it be due to academic disagreements or the passage of time, she has quite a few things to say about the current state of the academia, and is not afraid to put her sharp tongue to use in commenting about other researchers. However, she can be quite easy to talk to, so long as you call her Madame, that is.
Don't get ahead of yourself now. Victory will obviously be mine.
I hope so.
You're far too young to even consider challenging me. Kasharwar or Ratawahist, you're all children as far as I'm concerned.
Fucking Layla with the dead eyes there for a second. Nah, you're far too... yeah.
Actually, I was going to ask, how do you know me, Madame Faruzan?
Samael barehanded. As such, though she has not been in the academia for very long, she is already subject of a great many strange nicknames. But strange as those monikers may be, she is stranger still. That's all of the description we have on Layla? There was like almost 3 paragraphs on Faruzan's.
Huh? You don't remember? I sometimes see you in the library at night. You even waved at me.
What? I don't remember doing that at all.
Ah, the Sleepwalker. I believe when we were in the Archon quest, I remember we read notes on that during Alhaitham's, or was it Alhaitham's story quest? Yeah, there's rumors all about her. She's a character that's been name dropped a few times throughout the story mode, but we've never met her till this point.
Huh. How strange. However, this is not the time for curiosity. I am Faruzan, a household name in Haravatat. You are Layla from Ratawahist, I presume?
Yes.
Good. Then we are officially introduced. See? Simple as that. I like respectful ones, by the way. Would you like to join my research group?
Okay, you're a little close there.
Madame Faruzan, I'm quite sure this counts as poaching. Let's dial things down.
I know, but it's been tough getting people these days. And research funding has been hard to secure.
I think I said after we do Bennett's hangout event, we'll probably do Faruzan's. And I keep saying we're going to do Bennett's hangout event, but it keeps getting delayed because they keep adding new content. So stop doing that, Genshin. Give me a break. I would like to play other games, and I would like to do other content.
But once I win this tournament, it'll be a different story.
So you're just here to increase the amount of funding you're getting?
Well, not just that. What, are you curious about my reasons for participating in this event? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. You are our guest commentators, after all. There's been an influx of newly enrolled students, and they'll be paying close attention to this competition. If I do win, I'm certain that there will be no lack of students knocking upon my door.
Actually, now that I think about it, Paimon did mention that we know all of these contestants, so it means that this definitely clearly takes place assuming that we have done all of the hangouts already.
Moreover, research resources will be made available to the victor, so that will nix my funding issues. Therefore, my 2 juniors, I do apologize, but I fully intend to emerge triumphant.
That being said, if we're going to have events that take place after the hangouts, it makes me wonder, which ending to the event do you think is canon? Or is it just going to be always kept vague so that they could all be possible?
I'll do my best as well. At least I don't plan to lose too badly.
How funny would it be if Layla wins? How funny would it be?
So, why are you here, Layla? I don't know why, but a lot of people recommended me. I didn't sign up myself. I just woke up to find my name on the announcement board. That sounds like what happened to Tighnari. Him too? Oh, I'm really nervous. I've been so worried about disappointing everyone that I've been losing sleep.
When are you not losing sleep? When am I not losing sleep? I'm operating on fucking 4 hours of sleep.
Stress not, young one. We must all experience failure to grow and mature.
But Madame Faruzan, I don't want to fail.
Seriously? Everyone has such nice reasons for joining.
What's your story, Kaveh?
Must I say?
Oh, you need the money for rent, don't you?
Yes, you do! We gotta record it!
Well, you know, right? I want to buy some property.
Oh, that's right! You wanna move out of
Paimon, that's a secret.
What? I'll hate them? What about him? This has nothing to do with him.
Paimon's misremembering things.
Oh, right. Sorry, Paimon has no idea what she was talking about. So, you want to use the grand prize to buy a place, right?
Correct. Also, my father took part in the Inter-Darshan Championship when I was young, but he didn't win.
And I think that cycle is going to repeat itself, because we need the roommate puns to continue, so Kaveh cannot win this event. That has basically just ironclad written this in stone that this event is going to play out with him losing. So now let's continue to speculate on who wins. So I believe the front runners are going to be Logan, aka Hat Guy, aka Scaramouche, aka Kabukimono, aka Balladeer, aka some other thing. And Layla for the meme. Those are my picks for the front runner.
Once I do, the right to wear that diadem will be mine. In a way, I'll be helping my father fulfill a dream of his.
I have a feeling that guy that we saw in the weird flashback might be your dad.
That's not a bad reason at all. You have ambition, youngster. Although your chances with me here aren't great, I believe your father would be most proud if the diadem of knowledge were bestowed upon you.
Not that he'll have the chance to celebrate. My father passed away many years ago. They say he ran into quicksand while traveling in the desert.
Oof.
For you to have experienced such a thing, that must have been tough for you.
It's all in the past now, and life goes on, doesn't it? Let's change topics. I don't want to bring the mood down.
All right. Earlier, you said that you want to use the prize Mora to purchase a home. Where do you live now? Do you live alone?
Well...
This is gonna be hard to keep secret, huh?
I also heard you mention I'll hate them just a moment ago. Isn't he also from Haravatat?
Is he? I thought he was the scribe.
Are you two hiding something from me?
No, of course not! Why would you think that?
Paimon's definitely not involved either. We're gonna go interview other contestants now. Bye! Looks like Karina's got a moment now. Let's go chat with her.
That's Aisa. Where's Karina? Oh, she's over here.
You must be the guest commentators Vikas invited. I've heard about you. I saw you two having quite the lively conversation, so I thought it would be best to wait. Are you two free right now?
Yep.
We were actually looking for you, too.
Excellent. Then please allow me to explain your job responsibilities in detail. First, please take these two things. The first item is a custom camera from the Academia. Please use it to record the competition as it unfolds. The second is an event-specific locator that will flag all participants' locations. It will also sound when one of them completes an objective.
Ooh, interesting.
Wow, what a convenient little thing.
Aside from you two, there are two other commentators. However, they will remain by the commentators area and will not be following the contestants in real time.
I already forgot there were two other commentators, and I guess we know who they are now.
Speaking of which, you probably know them. Alhaitham and Nilu.
Why was Nilu chosen to be a commentator? Just because we ran out of Sumeru characters, I guess? Personally, if it were up to me, I would have had Faruzan be one of the commentators. But then we would have no one to represent her Darshan, I guess. I guess the drawbacks of not having enough characters in one region, right?
Oh, it's them! We have to go over and say hi later.
I guess we could have had Lisa come back, right? I don't remember what Darshan Lisa was in.
Well, don't let me keep you, unless you have any questions for me.
Have you seen a white-haired man around?
Why do you ask?
I saw someone like that on the stage earlier.
Really? I didn't see any such person. Could I ask when you saw him?
Just before the Academia representatives went on stage.
Strange. I was on stage the entire time, and I didn't see anyone come up.
Paimon didn't see anyone either.
Perhaps you're mistaken. However, if you have any leads on that matter, you can talk to me at any time.
Oh,
Hey,
Dia!
Traveler, Paimon, long time no see.
Candace! I didn't expect to see you two here.
Dia! Candace! You two are here as well!
Paimon's making a lot more sound effects than I remember.
Ah, so they're two friends of yours. In that case, I'll take my leave. May you all have a wonderful time during the extravaganza.
The Academia sent us both invitations, so Dia suggested that we come together.
That's right, because Nilu wanted... Sorry, not Nilu. Naida wanted more desert dwellers to participate this year, because they'll be to witness the event and get incorporated, because we'll have them participate next year in the future.
The villagers were also encouraging me to travel outside the village. I couldn't find it in myself to turn them down.
Who's watching in your place while you're gone?
We're here now, so no point dwelling on that. Even though this extravaganza isn't a holiday or anything, it's still a big deal here in Sumeru. Merchants from all over will set up shop. There'll be tons of stuff to eat, use, and wear, more than you can count. I'm already set on helping you buy 2 new outfits. I mean, who wears the same thing at work and home anyway?
Uh-huh. Say the character... How many characters in the game don't have alternate skins currently? I think that's the one thing that Genshin seems to do really poorly compared to a lot of other gachas. Because a lot of the other gacha games that I've played over the years, it seems like there's a new alternate skin for a character, like, every fucking 3 weeks or so, it feels like. Like, just look at Pokemon Masters, for instance. I can't even name all of them.
I'm looking forward to it. Just being able to relax and wander the streets freely has already made my day.
Plus, you want to be doing it more often rather than less often, because if you don't put new skins in the game every that often, the characters will start to outpace the skins, and that way when you start doing skins, it'll be very annoying to the people who want the skins but don't have the characters. So you want to try to have alternate skins for as many characters as possible, because it'll try to make people want to get the skins. And that's a really good secondary source of income. But I'm just a person who has some business acumen that just wanted to give my 2 cents.
So, Traveler, Paimon, you two want to come with?
Speaking of which, Traveler skins, that was a really vehement game design decision that the Traveler doesn't get alternate skins. Oof. Big oof. I would not have done that if I was in charge of the game.
We'd love to, but we've got work to do right now.
Aw, that's a shame. Let's hang out together when you're free then.
Sure!
In that case, Candace and I'll head out first. Good clothing and fabrics are very much in demand. If you snooze, you lose. Oh, right. We should also get some accessories.
That would also be another thing that we could do instead of outfits, like little accessories. One of my big favorite little stupid things that you can do, like in the Tales of games, is you can like get a bunch of accessories that you can just attach to your character. It's like, I don't know, put glasses with a mustache on them, or have like a watermelon on their shoulder. It's really weird and really funny, and I just really liked it. It was a funny mechanic that was in some of the Tales games.
No need to rush. I think we'll have a better time if we take things slow.
Actually, that's probably the next big RPG we'll do, is I want to play one of the new Tales games.
See you two later. Feel free to come find us whenever you have the time.
I haven't heard Candace's voice in so long that I honestly don't remember if that's what she normally sounded like.
Paimon didn't think that Candace and Dia would come. Hanging out with them sounds like a great time. Still, looks like the competition's starting soon. Let's go over to where Alhaitham is and see what's going on.
This item will expire at 059 515.
I will now announce the rules for the first round of the competition. Please listen carefully. During the opening ceremony, Academia staff released several cages of butterflies, and many of them are now fluttering within Sumeru City. Amongst these butterflies, 3 of them will be special swift flies. They have a different appearance and also fly a little faster. Your objective this round is to find a swift fly and bring it to me. 3 points will be awarded to the first participant to return, 2 to the second, and 1 point to the third. That is all for the first round. Should you require clarification on anything, please ask any of the other staff.
Alhaitham's all business all the time, huh?
Yep, that's like on brand for him.
That said, how did he get picked to be a commentator? Paimon's kinda curious.
Just seems like something he'd be good at.
Finding 3 specific butterflies in a place as large as Sumeru City sounds rather improbable.
If these swift flies behave anything like regular butterflies...
I'm off. It will take some time to search every corner of Sumeru City.
Huh? You're going just like that?
A champion walks the road to victory.
He's gonna do everything the hard way. And he's probably gonna be close to winning. I bet he'll come in second.
My dear Kasharawar Jr., I have a plan. How about some cooperation between you and me?
Cooperation?
Looks like everyone's got their own plans for this, Tuffy. We're supposed to go on stage next, right? Let's wait and see everyone's reactions first. Huh? Wait a minute. Look, he seems to be observing the other contestants just like we are.
Ah, he's going for the sneaky method.
We were right not to let our guard down.
Let him do it, whatever. I don't care. He's not gonna, it's not like he's cheating. I didn't hear it specified as against the rules. Just get a butterfly.
Do you remember those things we made previously?
Huh? You mean...
It's time for them to shine.
It looks like Faruzan and Kaveh have some secret plan.
Oh, hello there. Madame Faruzan and I are discussing how...
Shh! Hush now. The walls have ears around here. We should keep it a secret for now. But you'll find out what we have in store soon enough.
I like how we're actually dragging that camera around. Which I'm assuming it's a video camera, which is why it's the doubly big one.
Come now, let's go. Before the others act.
All right, there's no time to lose. We're off to make our preparations. See you later.
What do you mean before the others act? Sino already is bounced.
This is basically what I'll need. Do you think you'll have any difficulties?
Kaveh! I love Kaveh. What are you doing here?
I have most of the reagents with me, and I can buy the rest. Kaveh, you're here too! Tighnari, you have a master plan ready?
My hypothesis is that the swift fly's morphological variations won't significantly affect their fundamental nature. So I'm planning on using this to lure them out. Of course, I could be wrong. Every mutation opens the door to new possibilities, especially when they are artificially introduced.
Either way, your plan sounds pretty solid, because it's either going to attract the specific swift flies, or worst case scenario, it's just going to attract a bunch of swift flies, including them, so... It's win-win. Worst case scenario, you still have an increased chance of catching them.
Details will have to wait until after the post-experimental analysis. For now, Kaveh and I are going to buy some reagents for our experiment. Alright, well, see you later.
Okay, see ya!
You're the one that I'm the most worried about.
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do. What color are these swift flies? Do they have special markings? How do they differ from ordinary butterflies? Oh, I can't even figure out these basic questions, and most of what I've learned in the past is completely useless here.
You feel very sad.
Aren't people who research the stars supposed to have some extraordinary abilities? Why not use astrology to solve it?
Oh, you're another contestant. That guy, was it?
Is it that you can't use astrology during the day? Guess that skill's less useful than I thought.
I feel like this is a reference or a callback to the whatever the Stars event was, the 1.1 event that I was not playing this game when it happened. But I'm told that he has like a weird thing against the stars because he's probably aware that they're fake. Which I'm also told that the shipping community loves to ship him with Mona for some reason related to that, but I don't know. And now we have him hanging out with Layla, so I bet the shippers are going to go nonsense with this, aren't they?
No, it's not like that. If it's daytime, all I need is an astrolabe.
So, why don't you do that then?
Mona Magistus, the astrologist, said that those who constantly use astrology to obtain things that shouldn't be theirs will eventually lose the blessing from the stars. It's just something I read in an academic publication. I really love to read Mona's essays.
Well, I'm glad I brought up Mona, because apparently the game was going to, in case you forgot that she's also an astrologist.
You're overthinking it. Power is just a tool. It just seems to me that you don't have the resolve to win this. Well, suit yourself. Wallow in your immature ideals if you like.
Hey! Seriously? Just walking off after saying a bunch of mean stuff like that?
Just let him go. It's not that big a deal.
Did I say something wrong just now?
It might have just been his weird way of lighting a fire under you. Also, I don't think I've commented on Layla's design before, but I actually really like her design, and I especially like the design of her hood. It also kind of reminds me of the design a little bit of like some of the Sisson mages as well. Nah, it's good. Have your own convictions. It's just a difference in perspective, that's all.
Thank you so much. I've made up my mind not to use astrology for this. I think I'll just try my luck in the city.
Alright. The good old-fashioned Sino method.
To be honest, I've always been pretty good at observation, and if I'm fortunate, I might be able to find that special butterfly species.
Lord Sino seems to have found a swiftfly.
Already?
Let's go check it out.
Darn, I may have underestimated him. I figured he'd come in second. I didn't think he'd immediately find
Really?
one.
Where? The butterfly flew up high, and he's chasing it now.
Also, is that someone, Joe?
Oh, no time to lose. Let's go see.
As expected of Sino. Actually, shouldn't you two go have a look as well? The moment when he catches the butterfly will likely be one worth recording after all. I'll head into the city shortly to start my own search. I'll see you later.
Don't sleep too much.
Alright, in that case, let's go see Sino first, and then we can check on what everyone else is up to.
I love that we're toting around that massive fucking camera.
I didn't expect that you would be invited as well.
Neither did we. By the way, how did you get picked, Alhaitham?
There were several factors, but primarily the recommendation of the sages. I suppose they assumed that I'd have the free time for this job after resigning as acting Grand Sage.
Oh, that's right, he resigned as the acting Grand Sage, which means he could have participated.
That said, they'd probably claimed that my calm demeanor would help maintain fairness in the competition.
That's a pretty good idea.
Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate.
What about you, Nilu?
Not really. The job itself is quite simple and effortless.
this is my first time commentating for such a competition, I'm feeling kinda nervous.
And speaking of people who need a new outfit, you're still rocking that Sub-Zero's Festival Goddess of Flowers drip that you designed specifically for that event that is not happening right now.
Nilu, how did you get picked to be a guest commentator?
Because you're popular?
The staff said that spectators would be less inclined to come if the contestants and commentators were all from the academia.
That is a pretty interesting and open thing. That might have been why we were reached out to as well.
I don't quite understand it, but I'm happy that we're able to all meet again.
Alright, where's Sino? Oh cool, we have locators. That's right. We have locators just for the contestants? Alright. First up is Sino. This event's probably gonna have a ton of missable stuff in it.
Stay put. Don't move.
He caught it! Huh? Sino, what's wrong?
This isn't what I'm looking for. It's a...
Finally, I made it. I heard that you caught a swiftfly, Sino. Mind letting me see what it looks like? Hold on. Isn't this the mechanical bait that I released earlier? Why would you catch that instead of a swiftfly?
Wait a minute. If we consider this from a different angle, isn't it a good thing that the bait you made was convincing enough to fool even Sino?
You released bait?
That's right. During a previous interior design project, I felt that the artificial flowers on a wall were a little bland, so I decided on placing a few moving mechanical butterflies to add some pizzazz. In order to make them both small and nimble, I consulted with Madame Faruzan. Not long ago, the two of us took all those mechanical butterflies and released them into the city.
Why would you do that?
Need you even ask? Young people these days really do need to get out more. Have you never played that game where you place strips of paper on a bamboo pole and wave it across a field of flowers to attract a whole kaleidoscope of butterflies?
No, I can't say that I have.
No, I haven't. Wait, so you're trying to...
That's right. The butterflies within the city will mistake our mechanical bait for one of their own and follow them around. As long as we keep releasing and retrieving our bait, we can capture all the butterflies within the city. What comes afterward is just a matter of separating the swift flies from the others.
Huh. Guess that's one way to do it.
Which is basically, like I said, the bait method. They didn't want to reveal what their method was, but it's basically the same thing that Tighnari was doing, but in a different method. But I think Tighnari's method will be more successful because it's going to probably use something more like pheromones.
Do not underestimate the wisdom of your elders. I had already thought of this method the moment the round's rules were announced. Of course, we also owe much to this fine junior of mine here for making such lifelike butterflies. It seems that Kasharawar has not quite declined as far as I had thought in recent years. Their teaching skills at least seem to be intact.
Well, I just stuck to what I do best. The idea was yours.
Ah, no need to be so polite. Once we capture all these butterflies, we shall split the points for this round. Ah, look, one of them is returning now. Huh? Wait a moment. Are my eyes deceiving me? Why don't I see any butterflies behind it?
That's because there are none. Seems like your plan has hit a snag.
Looks like the match continues. I'll be looking elsewhere.
I think we should check on Tighnari next.
Huh. Strange. Has something else diverted their attention? Come, let's search in the direction the bait returned from.
We'll go have a look too.
Oh shit. I guess we're just following them. I'm so used to not seeing other character models on on the field. They've always been able to do this. They just don't. Alright. Gives me that illusion of playing co-op when you see other character models running around. They gotta stop to do their idle animation every now and then, right? We're running, we're running, we're running, we're running, we're running, we're running. Oh, yep. I should have known.
Faruzan, Kaveh, why did you two stop?
Hammer time.
Ah. So it was the Morta boy.
Tighnari!
I think he got all of the swift flies right there. I see 2 ones that are different. No, 3. There's like 3 different colors.
Fascinating, isn't it? The butterflies have all congregated here due to a special incense that I used. I infused it with 3 different types of honey, and the butterflies, following the fragrance, have gathered around me.
Butterflies must have really sharp noses then.
Think they smell with their antennae?
Wait, do they even have noses? I've never seen one.
They do not, in fact, and their vision isn't stellar either. However, they can use their antennae to distinguish between scents, and their olfactory senses are generally quite advanced, allowing them to detect floral fragrances from great distances.
Oh, so that's how it is. I had a pet butterfly once. I picked wildflowers and placed them in its box, but it wouldn't eat any.
They don't eat the flowers. They just do stuff with the pollen, I think.
That's normal. Raising butterflies isn't difficult, but there are many things you should take note of. Appropriate temperature, sufficient air, and a spacious environment are examples of such considerations. You must also ensure that the food you've chosen suits their palate. Most importantly, you must curb your curiosity and avoid disturbing them while they rest. Otherwise, they may become stressed.
Stellar performance.
Sorry. I liked to poke at its wings at the time.
Humans tend to rear many creatures due to their aesthetic value, but not all are suited to such a process. Caring for living beings is hard work. Impulse alone is insufficient. Some prerequisite knowledge is always required.
Remember, he's doing this to get clout so that he can just draw people in for his lectures.
You sure do know a lot.
I have a question too. I bought a scarab not long ago and it hasn't seemed very active. Can you help me figure out why?
I'd like to keep a dustbird as a pet. What are some key points I should consider?
Oh no, this is going to hurt.
Is it possible to keep a Rishbalin tiger as a pet?
I knew there was gonna be one. There's always one. What's the super exotic feral animal?
All right, it seems like you all have a great deal of questions.
They are not
But
entertaining.
I am in the middle of the Inter-Darshan Championship at the moment, so I'm afraid I can't answer them all now. Let me propose an alternative. Next month, there will be a biology lecture at Gandharvaville, and I will be sharing some interesting insights on living organisms there. If you're interested, you can attend that lecture, and if you should have any questions, just prepare them ahead of time. I'll answer questions after I finish speaking.
All right, I'll be there.
Of course, please try to ask more rational questions. For example, whether you can raise a Rishbalin tiger as a pet or not is mainly dependent on whether you can overcome one in a fight.
Looks like Tighnari's science lecture will draw quite a crowd.
Huh? Oh. Was I listening in for that long? Seems Kaveh's master does live up to his title as a teacher.
Oh, you know Kaveh.
Madam Faruzan, I've had a look around. Nearly all the butterflies in this area have been attracted by the incense. However, we can cast our bait further away to avoid this area.
All right, then let's get moving. We shan't let all the butterflies get away from us if we can help it.
Seems like the competition's really heating up. Let's go see how the other contestants are doing.
Yeah, you just want to be upwind of this. You don't have to worry about incense.
The scent is starting to fade. seems the wind is stronger than I thought. The incense isn't going to last long.
A Rishbalin tiger. Oh, Sino again. Oh, looks like Layla started her thing, so we should go check on her. But it seems like there's going to be missables, so let's check on Sino. Oh, here he is.
This is taking longer than I thought.
That's it? Okay. Alright, let's check on Hat Guy. My man Logan. The Wanderer. He's not actually participating, is he?
What brings you two here?
Huh? You're here having coffee? Aren't you supposed to be a contestant?
Is there really any need for me to take part while everyone's running around like it's some sort of carnival?
It is some sort of carnival.
I'll get involved once things actually get serious.
Alright. So it looks like we do want to check in on everybody. Because they'll disappear. Wait, where did... Oh, they're over here now.
Please lead the Swiftflies back here. I'm really counting on you.
Let's wait here. Whew. Seems my age is catching up with me.
Aren't you, like, biologically, like, 14 or something? I guess mental age. You could tax your mind really easily. Okay, Layla should be somewhere around here? Oh, right there. Oh no, this is that spot where we got stuck in a fucking loop.
How are things going on your end?
I've been searching for quite a while now, but I haven't seen any sign of the Swiftflies yet. Instead, I ended up catching a few mechanical devices that looked very similar to butterflies. I wonder where they came from.
I guess maybe you're... Keeping the mechanical butterfly strategy secret might be backfiring.
Looks like Faruzan and Kaveh's devices are everywhere now.
I'll keep up the search. That said, I've noticed that a number of butterflies in the city has already decreased a lot compared to when the event started. Probably because the other contestants are coming up with their own ways to catch butterflies. Alright, I'll do my best too. Huh?
What's this?
Oh my god. I know I said it would be a meme if Layla wins, but come on, game. Don't make it too easy for me. Could it be?
Oh, what a coincidence. I guess I just need to catch it now, right? Oh, please wait. There it goes.
It's so fast! Paimon thought all Hatham said they were only a little faster.
No, come back.
Come on, Traveler, let's go too. The locator's going off. Looks like someone's already caught themselves a Swiftfly. finished too? That would mean that the one Layla's chasing is the last Swiftfly.
It's gonna fly straight to fucking Hat Guy. I can already tell.
Oh, it just occurred to me that we should also get you a makeup box.
Oh, I didn't know that we would be checking back in with these two.
No, it's fine. I don't think I'll end up using it.
Maybe you won't, but it doesn't hurt to have one, right? Come on, just trust me on this one.
Oh my god, it's in her hair. It's in her hair!
Huh? Who are you, and what do you want?
Please, don't move.
Don't move? Who sent you?
Dia.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Now, tell me, what do you want?
It's going after the flower braid in her hair. Was she always had that? Oh. I wasn't expecting a CG.
I believe she's looking for this. Here, take it.
Way to go, Candace.
A butterfly? Was it on my head?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Oh, you're...
It's been a while, Layla.
You know each other. Interesting.
A friend of yours? Oh, so she must be the one you were telling me about.
Huh? You two know each other?
Oh yeah, it has been some time. The first time I ever woke up after sleepwalking, I somehow found myself in our village. Candace was the one who took care of me then.
I feel like you need a chaperone. I'm starting to be a little concerned for your health. If you could just sleepwalk into a dangerous desert to Aru village.
That's right. She didn't look well, so I gave her something to eat. She said a lot of complicated things about astrology, the night sky, the stars. Not sure I understood it all, but it sounded pretty enchanting. Right. Do you still want this butterfly? It seems like you were chasing it all the way here. It's of little use to me, but if you don't want it, I can release it.
Just let her have it. It's no big deal.
The Swiftfly was flying so fast, but you were able to catch it like it was nothing, Candace.
Oh, it didn't seem that quick, really. I was actually worried that I would injure it. But I'm glad that didn't happen.
Anyway, sorry about the butterfly thing. With the way you suddenly came running over like that, I thought you were hired to take us out or something.
We gotta remember that Dia has mercenary brain.
Huh. On second thought, I guess I've never seen an assassin that looks tired with dark bags around their eyes. Oh, you must be taking part in the championship. Take it from me. Don't let it stop you from getting some rest.
Actually, I have seen an assassin with dark bags under their eyes before.
I'll do what I can. Thank you.
We'll be on our way then. See you later.
Alrighty, let's bring the Swiftfly back together with Layla.
I wonder who came in first. Probably Tighnari or, Tighnari, Kaveh, or, Faruzan. Be most likely. Sino is the wild card, so let's root for him. Keep forgetting the main menu is this way. Subaru Rose. Is it up here? Ah, here it is.
It seems we have a third contestant who has returned with a Swiftfly. With that, the first round has come to an end. I anticipate that all of you will keep up the effort for the second round. Dismissed.
Your closing statement sounded so... how do I put it? Decisive?
Well, you could certainly stand to try being more decisive, Nilu. It would help you live more freely.
Hang on a second. Who were the first two contestants with swift flies?
Tighnari was first, and as for the second, it's being discussed right now.
It's being discussed. That's because they teamed up. That's why.
Hey, Alhaitham, I think I've come up with a good idea. Second place gets 2 points, right? Can't Madame Faruzan and I split the points between us?
Quite the imagination you have there. I've read the championship handbook from cover to cover, and I never saw any rule which permits that.
Have you seen one that says you can't?
Then we can just add a rule.
Do you really think I'd do that?
Oh, come on, you're not going to stand in the way of my victory, are you?
Well, you're free to send the organizing committee an application outlining your naive proposal. They'll get back to you within 3 working days.
How long is this event going?
3 working days? It'll be too late by then.
Unfortunately for you, even dreaming is gonna cost you.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Kaveh and Faruzan found the second Swiftfly together, but the rules say that only one person can get the points.
Oh well, the rules are the rules. Since you call me madam and politely ask for my help, I shall give you these points.
How noble of you.
So I'll put the points under Kaveh's name then?
No. If I take these points, won't that only detract from your contributions, Madame Faruzan?
He's so polite. No wonder she's willing to give him the points.
You might be alright with that, but I cannot do it. Not in good conscience.
I don't have any problem with it. There are 2 more rounds after all. Losing one isn't a major setback. But if you insist, I have another method. We can draw lots to see who will receive the points.
Lots, huh?
Ah, luck, his true...
What? Is there something wrong with that idea?
No. Well, let's do it.
All right. I'll get the paper needed for the lots. Give me a moment.
Everybody watches Kaveh suffer the glorious forthright defeat in a game of lots.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, but it appears that luck was on my side this time.
It's not that it was on your side, Faruzan. It's that it's never on Kaveh's.
No, you do deserve it. I'm just lamenting my bad luck. Perhaps that's why my life is rife with troubles.
Indeed. It's rare to see anyone with such terrible luck be so willing to decide victory via lots.
And what would you know about that?
We can save bickering for later. Record the points under Faruzan, and that'll finally bring the first round to a close. The second round will be held in the desert. We'll be moving our commentator stand over to Aru Village. Let's meet up in Aru Village once everything is ready. I'll announce the details of the second round then. Till then, you have some free time. I'm off the clock at this point, so it's farewell for now.
Alright.
Wait, Alhaitham! You...
Don't be upset, Kaveh. Sighing can carry away your good luck, you know.
Oh, so that's how it works. In that case, I'll take in some deep breaths. Maybe that'll help me make up for all the luck I've lost.
Damn it, I sighed it out.
It's really no big deal. 2 points aren't enough to decide victory or defeat just yet.
That's a positive outlook.
I'll win the next round, you'll see.
Looks like you've managed to pick yourself back up, young man. Good. I must warn you, though, that I'm quite familiar with the desert. You'll have to try your best if you don't want to lose.
I'm no stranger to the desert either. I'll be fine. Alright then, that's enough chit-chat for now. I'm going to check the area out.
To Aru Village.
So the current standings are Tighnari in first place, Faruzan in second, and Layla in third.
Layla is the true dark horse of this tournament. I want Layla to win for the meme.
Guess we should also take a nice break before the next round starts. But where should we go first?
Why, you two look a little lost. If you're not sure where to start enjoying the Academia Extravaganza, then may I suggest that you have a chat with our boss?
Your boss? Who's that? Do we know them?
Well, only the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, Lord Sangamo Bay.
Okay, cool. Why are you getting all these cool flourishing camera angles?
Oh, you mean Dory!
Wait, that's Dory's nickname?
Precisely. Our boss sent me to inform you two that she'll be waiting for you at Sumeru City's North Gate.
I love Dory. I'm glad that we're gonna get to see some more Dory. I mean, while we're here.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
That was easy.
I'll race you there. Wow, these will come in handy.
It's only 200 meters. We can run. Maybe I should just switch to my walking around team, since that's all we're going to probably be doing this event. Yeah, let's do that. Let's switch to the walking around team. This is my walking around team because it just lets us glide faster, fly further, and sigh you around. And we have ice bridging for ice bridging. This is my world exploration team. Go!
Oh, well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. Hey, Dory, are you here to attend the Academia Extravaganza Q?
I was wondering if Dory was going to be involved because Dory was in the live stream event.
Of course! People are practically flocking to Sumeru City. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to do business. This is one of the entrances into the city, and it's very close to the Wisdom Gala booths. There'll be an endless stream of customers. I can already hear the Mora going clink, clink, clink as they fill my coin pouch.
Her eyes have just turned into money.
Well, is there anything you'd like to purchase? We've got everything you need and deals that can't be beat.
Paimon looked mad.
Well, do you have anything to eat?
Wait, we're celebrating the extravaganza and you're only thinking of eating... I mean, of course, we've got lots of things to eat. That said, I recommend that you also consider some of the great bargains we have going on.
All right, what you selling? Give me the deets. What's on the manifest?
The Wisdom Gala is about to begin, and once it starts, each of the Darshans will prepare a small challenge for everyone. And just between us, I have some super booster supplements for sale. Eat just one to boost both your strength and dexterity for a short time, allowing you to overcome any challenge.
I don't need strength or dexterity for anything, so I'm good.
No thanks, we'll pass. These little challenges are gonna be a cinch for the two of us. Just you watch. Anyway, Paimon just wants something to eat, please. If you don't have any food, then we'll just go somewhere else.
All right. Mora is Mora, after all. Oh, what would you like to eat?
Well, Paimon's pretty hungry right now. Do you have any touching?
Let me see.
Who was this?
This is a huge job, isn't it?
If this works out, we'll be set.
Here you go. 2 servings of touching. See? I told you there's nothing Lord Sangamabay can't procure.
Yay! Huh? What are you looking at, Traveler?
I thought I saw someone just now.
Oh? Who? Someone we know?
Never mind, they're gone.
Well,
Was it someone suspicious? Have we attracted some unwanted attention? Huh? What's happening, Dory? Is there something else going on?
I don't know who you saw just now, but I do have some hard-to-come-by information about the extravaganza. If you want to know more, we can talk business later.
I want to know, but at the same time, I kind of don't. I kind of just want this competition to keep going. What is happening? Oh! The event. Ooh. So this is the event. So we have Gathering of Stars. Busy with something. Pass from Murda seems to be busy with something. Bahar from Spontamod. Bahar from Haratat. Vahumana. Daya from Kasharawar. Paimon's a little curious about your exclusive information, but we'll need to hear the price first. If it's too expensive, then forget it. So to you for the first fixed price of 1 million mora. That's a lot, never mind, and 1 million mora can buy lots and lots of tasty food. Wait a sec, let me see. Paimon's customer number 1001 for today. The original cost of the information was gonna be 1 million mora. For you, the price is now free! Eh? Paimon didn't know such luck exists. Wait, you're not baiting us into spending, are you? Maybe the first sentence is free, but the next sentence... If you don't want it, fine, next. Wait. Paimon said we'll listen. Dory's exclusive scoop number 1. Do you remember the Diadem of Knowledge? Paimon remembers that only the champion was entitled to wear the diadem. Seems very valuable. Exactly. The diadem that the Sachin gave the Academia was a rather expensive antique. Yet this very diadem, after it was donated to the Academia, was lost by them once before. Why didn't we hear about this? If everyone knew about this, it wouldn't be my information still be considered exclusive. Okay, good, fair point. Of course, this information doesn't come from nowhere. I've got witnesses, too. There's a young fellow named Kashmir from the suburbs. If you're interested in delving further, you can ask him. Kashmir from the suburbs. Password is the incident from 20 years ago. That's all of these. I think we'll do this, because that seems to be interesting. We have this cool side quest here. So I didn't expect to accident my way into
Squall and Fury.
I didn't expect to have accidented my way into the correct answer. Or into a secret quest line.
I'm out of here!
Behold! Upon the gale.
Alright, that incident from 20 years ago. You the guy? Who are you guys? So there's something you need? No, that incident from 20 years ago. I guess I shouldn't have told anyone. Last time I had too much to drink and blabbered a little too much, and now people are seeking me out. Since you're curious, I guess I'll tell you. It was just 6 years old. I was just 6-year-old 20 years ago. I can't remember clearly what happened at the time, but recently I read the diary I kept when I was a child, and vaguely recalled the situation back then. The Interdarshan Championship was also held that year. There were 3 rounds, the last of which was outside the city. I begged my mom to take me out of town to see it, and when she refused, I snuck out. And then, I ended up getting lost outside the city in the middle of nowhere. There was no one around. I grew more and more frightened and began to cry. That was when I saw some strange creature. I can't remember what they looked like, only remember how, as a child, I stopped crying at the sight of them. Strange creatures, they must be the Aranara. They took me to the competition. Unfortunately, by the time we got there, it was too late. It was already over. But when I was disheartened, I suddenly saw one of those strange creatures slowly dragging a crown along. It was a beautiful crown shining in the moonlight, and I could not help but follow it. I saw a little fellow hide the crown in a hollow tree before disappearing. I wanted to touch that crown, but for a moment I could hear the distant cries from my mother. It turns out she figured out I was lost, and got her neighbors to go looking for me. I never got to touch it. It wasn't until I was older, when I saw the Diadem of Knowledge at the Interdarshan Championship, that I realized it was the same thing. Alright, do you remember where the diadem ended up? It's probably in the Avidia Forest, but I've been back a few times and I haven't found anything. No one would believe me even if I told them. Alas, even I can't remember it clearly. Perhaps it was a dream I had when I was a child. Well, we should go look for it, Dan. It's time to go ask the Aranara for some help. I didn't think I'd find a cool side quest like this.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Probably want to switch to my... I'm in a party that can actually fight.
Wish me luck.
Just in case. There's a hole in the tree. It seems completely empty and there's nothing in it. Oh wait, there's a note there. The good Nara taught Arakaspaya how to read. Arakaspaya must protect the good Nara. What's this supposed to mean? Sachin's article. We've basically just discovered another entire quest line. Sachin's article. It's a mystery. Well, if it isn't Dan and Paimon yet again. I had the latest update on the Academia Extravaganza. Would you like to hear it? How much is it? It's free. Isn't Lord Sangame Bay generous? Do you guys remember Sachin? The guy who sponsored the Academia Extravaganza? Paimon heard that the prize money and the Diadem of Knowledge came from him. Bingo! In fact, not long ago, when I was doing business in the desert, I met an old businessman. And guess what I got from him? A dealer's ledger. With it, I can avoid dangerous areas in the desert and go to more places. Of course, the most important thing that the ledger mentions is Sachin. It turned out that Sachin had been in the desert to investigate the people's local conditions and customs. He also had cordial exchanges with traveling merchants in the desert. Much of the text is lost, but the first-hand account was a big sponsor behind the Academia Extravaganza. Would you like to have a look? Let's have a look then. Sandstorms are raging, the caravan has stalled. we ran into a scholar calling himself Sachin. He said he could sponsor the caravan provided that we blank. This is a trail of human nature. Betrayal, plunder. There was nothing we could do, no one we could withstand. If I could do it all over again, I would never have taken that money. Then they wouldn't have had to die, and I wouldn't be living like this. Fate worse than death. People are the most terrifying animals in the world. It's all hard to understand, Dory. What does this all mean? What does it all mean? I'm afraid that if you need it analyzed, it'll cost an extra $1 million more. Forget it then. Well, since you're not paying, that'll be all for Dory's special news. But let me give you a hint. There should be someone here who's been to a lot of academia extravaganzas. Perhaps you could talk to them. Oh, that's right, the venue moved. So we have this mystery that's unfolding on the side, and then we have the main tournament proper. Really weird that this wasn't voiced, though. But I'm intrigued. It's giving us the lore to the weird spooky headdress that looks stupid. Good, I won't accidentally interrupt this, because I have to wait till the next day, which means that gives us time to finish this first. The venue's not even set up yet. Alas, seeing these young children, I can't help but reminisce about the past. The Interdarshan Championship has always been a stage for young talent. Unfortunately, not every genius will be successful eventually. Why do you say that? Geniuses are mostly stubborn and cold, and find it hard to understand the pain of others. Empathetic people, on the other hand, often fall into self-doubt and depression. People who are not firm can only stand still, while people who are determined but walk down the wrong path refuse to look back. There's a lot to think about there. Man, I get a lot of use out of the Gliding Champion of Mondstadt talent. More than you would ever believe. For this year's Interdarshan Championship, my favorite has to be Sino. Aside from his skills as the General Mahamatra, looking back at the tournament's history, the Spontamon Darshan has the highest percentage of champions. Many people say that the Spontamon Darshan produces many talented people, such as Cyrus, Ruzica, Lisa, and Sino. Lisa? Was Lisa a champion? Oh man, we gotta talk to Lisa about this. And that's right, she's from Spontamon too, like Sino. I forgot about that. That makes sense. Which, that's why Lisa's not here. Lisa is not here specifically because Sino is. The brighter the talent, the sooner the game will lose its suspense. The most exciting competition was still 20 years ago. At that time, my friend At that time, my friend also participated in the game, and I went there to cheer for him. The last round was played in the Avidia Forest. In the end, no one dared approach them, and no one knew what was going on in the depths of the forest. Then I heard the Academia shut down the competition. Later, the Interdarshan Championship removed many of the events and people who fought to the in which people fought to the death, discouraging people from being desperate enough to do so. What was your friend like? Let me think. He's honest and kind, but he's also vulnerable and sensitive. Most of all, he cares about us. When we drink together, our time is filled with laughter and cheer. It's just too bad that it's all in the past now. Among the friends that we drank with, some died, some disappeared, and some live in seclusion. They say fate is fickle. Perhaps it's true. Looks like something did happen 20 years ago, right? Didn't Wikas tell us to seek him out if we had any questions? Now that we have time, why don't we ask him? It looks like while I was talking to these two guys, the day ticked over. Which means it's time for them to do the thing. So Spontamod has the highest chance of winning, so I guess we shouldn't have underestimated Sino, but Sino is dead last right now, with Kaveh. That incident from 20 years ago. Why the sudden question? Did you hear any particular information? We heard that the diadem seems to have been lost 20 years ago, and some contestants' personality has changed. You seem to know a lot about that. Wikas, is there something that you're not telling us? Not exactly. I was 5 years old when it happened, so how could I know? But there are things I've never told anyone. I'm actually part of the Academia Extravaganza's planning committee because of the influence of a senior colleague. That senior colleague and I met on a trip. He was a bit timid, would always flee and cower somewhere at the first sign of an emergency. One day, 4 years ago, I said to him, I want to go back to the Academia. The Academia Extravaganza is about to begin. And then, upon mentioning the Academia Extravaganza, he got startled and said something about, it has nothing to do with me. When I said goodbye to him, he insisted on getting a drink with me. After several drinks, he started talking some sorts of nonsense. I also had too many, and in my drunken stupor, I didn't really hear him that well. I only remember that he said that he lost the diadem of knowledge for a while. He was in charge of the distribution and recovery of the diadem of knowledge, and that he nearly had a heart attack upon realizing that the diadem was missing. Fortunately, he finally found it in a tree hole. Like the one we saw before. He said the Diadem of Knowledge is a very valuable treasure, which is recorded in many ancient books. Legend has it that it was built by a famous craftsman in ancient times, and carries a secret that no one knows. Sachin had entrusted the Academia to safeguard the diadem, after all. If my senior was responsible for the diadem's disappearance, he could not afford to pay for it with his meager wealth.
Welcome to the Arena of Fate.
Thanks for the follow. That stream boss is really starting to have his health tick down. Even if the loss was temporary, no one should know of it, lest the Academia find him guilty of gross negligence. So he covered it up? Yes, it seems that he also said that many people came to inquire about it, including children, but he said that the diadem had never been lost. But he was so scared that when things blew over, he quit his job and left the Academia. I drank too much that night, and when I woke up the next day, he was gone. The more I thought about it, the more I had a bad feeling about the issues that would crop up in the Academia Extravaganza if entrusted like someone like him. I didn't have a job at the time, so I joined the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee, tried to investigate things on the inside too, but I couldn't find anything. And the diadem was found, and the man whose personality was said to have changed was dead. And there was nothing to be found. Still, 20 years is a long time.
Welcome to the Arena of Fate.
Thank you for the follow. What was it? Long enough that people involved from the beginning no longer remember nor care. That's all I know. If you're curious, keep investigating, and maybe one day you'll discover the truth. It's easy for you to say we don't have much to go on. Do you have any more information, like where the senior colleague went? I haven't heard from him. I also went to the desert to look for him, but in the vast desert it was almost impossible to run into him. To make up for it, I do have some information on Sachin. Would you like to hear it? Sure. When I was traveling, I did so with the Eremite commander. While we were chatting, he said he became into the possession of an article written by an academia researcher. He seemed to think that it was something precious and refused to show it to anyone, only to let me peek at it at my request. I only caught a glimpse of it, but I saw that it was signed by Sachin. I'm doing okay. I didn't know who Sachin was, nor did I care. After joining the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee, I found that he was an important member of the Vahumana Darshan who sponsored the event. If you're interested, you can find the Aramite commander in the desert. He's usually at the Valley of Dari. Information related to Sachin. Alright, let's go take a look. This is a wild goose chase. I stream 2 to 3 days a week. My stream schedule is listed on the homepage. We stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3. We usually go for usually 2 to 4 hours, depending on how long things take, because we do a lot of blind playthroughs of stuff, so we don't always know how long stuff is. We don't normally stream on Wednesdays like today, but due to circumstances outside of my control, I have free time today. And I would like to get some of this event stuff out of the way before it all goes away. What do you want? Whoa, this guy looks real fierce. Either say your piece or leave. I have no time for you. Actually, we heard that you have Sachin's article on you, so we were wondering if we could take a look. Are you kidding me? No. Why would you ask that? Seems like you guys really don't know. Some time ago, I had the article appraised. Turns out it's nothing more than a personal travel journal, and it's of little value. He hired my father to keep him safe. That Sachin fellow would often walk, ask, write, and mumble. There was once a time when papers were blown away in the wind, and he said it's no big deal. My father, however, thought the things that were written by intellectuals must be valuable, so he looked around for them in the night with a torch. None among my family can read. My father cherished this article and then passed it on to me. I had no idea it was completely worthless. Nah, I actually don't need anything made. I have people for that, but it's not a high priority, because we mostly just do this as a hobby. None among my family can read. Oh, I thought he just said he couldn't read. Sounds unfortunate, but do you still have it? Yes, you want to have a look? You can look at it as much as you want, since it's not worth anything. There's no need for me to be so stingy. Finally, some reading. Once the gods reigned supreme, all life flocked to them like sheep, seeking shepherds, and those who suffered did so in silence. Now divine power dwindled while human wisdom has blossomed. However, those who suffer face suffering still. There is a saying in Leeway that goes, life is like lodging at an inn, and in Inazuma, all things are but void. It hurts every time I read these words. I tried to seek reason for this. The wheel of time turns, and the only constant throughout Sumeru's history is human nature. Since arriving in the desert, I have conducted a total of 64 experiments over the course of 7 years. Men are like prisoners, captured animals, feeding on each other's happiness until one is doomed to eternal torment. Therefore, where there is gain, there must be loss. Where there is happiness, there is agony. Everyone is a victim, but everyone is also a perpetrator. Greed and numbness reside in the heart of humanity. Driven by greed, humans choose to commit evil, and numbness is why they turn a blind eye to the evil of others. But this is what a world is. What is it then? The meaning of this world? The future is to the present, as the present is to the past. Peace was never an option, conflict the eternal truth. Everything from my knowledge, my wisdom, my life is but nothingness. Jeez, this guy sounds like a nihilist. So this is the article that Sachin wrote? And to be honest, Paimon can't make any sense of it. But judging from the crummy handwriting, Paimon can't exactly say why, but Paimon has the feeling that that he was going through a tough time. The last note that we read had something about betrayal, so I think he got his back stabbed and now he's all depressed. Well, we're done reading it. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's not worth any money, but I'm going to keep it anyway. After all, my father entrusted it to me. Come see me again if you want to look at it again. Weird. That was a weird side quest. I'm gonna go get this, what do they call it? Key to the depths thing? I think I have a key to the depths. Hello, Mr. Scorpion. I do.
A reward on the road.
All right. Without further ado, I guess it's time to resume the main event quest. What is it called? Competition in the sands. On the sands. Ah, there's the venue.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been sleeping well lately.
Same.
Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head. And before I know it, it's morning again.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Kaveh is so relatable.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured.
I don't know. I think sleeping medication exists.
I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course.
That's not how you treat an illness, but sure.
I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Be funny. I'm still hoping for the meme that Layla wins. Personally, Kaveh needs to win the most, but he definitely can't win. Otherwise, it ruins the plot line.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 leyline disruptors buried in the area around Aru Village. These devices can imitate the effects of leyline disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal is to shut them down.
Where is Sino?
The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Interesting.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be particularly difficult.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find these devices first. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for Champion. We must be careful of him.
Yeah, everyone thinks Sino's gonna win, but I don't think Sino's gonna win.
A favorite to win? Who is it?
Spontamod.
Shh! Not so loud. I mean that boy, Tighnari.
Oh. I mean, he was pretty much guaranteed to win that first round, but, I don't think he's favored to win.
He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over.
That is true. That would give him 7 points, which means that nobody would be able to possibly get enough points to win in the third round. There'd be no point in even having a third round if he wins this round.
I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline disruption, it should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are pretty high.
He already has Kaveh, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening. I'm off.
Did you ever actually graduate, now that I think about it? Because I know that he's an alumni. Aren't you like a teacher?
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Well, I think our boy Logan, aka Hat Guy, is probably going to do something in this competition. He's got to at least place in third, just so that he can be relevant in the final round.
Is this all the water we're getting? Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions. I knew it'd be harder than I had expected.
Poor Layla.
So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity. Okay, I'll head out shortly. Thanks a lot, Nilu. You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Let Paimon think.
When we followed, Sino last time.
Oh, right! Didn't Faruzan say that Tighnari's the favorite to win? Let's go look for him first.
Beginnings and endings. So Tighnari will progress the story, so we want to check on the others first. I'm kind of concerned about Layla, so we'll check on her first, and also she's the closest. There she is.
I feel a little faint.
Alright. Grab some butterflies. Kaveh is over here. But Sino's next up. Where is he, though? Is he up here?
The sun is especially intense today. I hope Tighnari will be alright.
I don't know if Tighnari's adapted to the desert all that much.
Probably not. I should go check on him.
Because he's got fur, I just realized it. Is he under me? Yep.
This seems more annoying than the last round. That's fine, though. I'll find some place to sit and watch them scurry.
Are you planning on participating at all? I'm starting to feel like he's only in this competition because Nilu wants him to just monitor everybody. Oh, she's right there.
Let me see. Where would they put one of these disruptors?
Okay.
No one escapes my sight.
Let's dance. Yeah.
Don't blink.
Yeah.
Need some raw meat. Kaveh's gotta be up here, right? Up we go! Ow.
A desert fox? Why would there be desert foxes here? Oh, whoa! Stop biting my clothes! Hey!
Okay, that's kind of funny. All right, let's go see if our furry boy is going to be able to take the heat, or if he needs to get out of the kitchen. Feel the heat.
Hey, Tighnari? Tighnari! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be around here somewhere. Tighnari! Can you hear us?
He's over there.
You're right. Huh? Oh no. It looks like he's fainted. We have to help him.
Yep.
Tighnari,
He's got
are you
fur.
okay?
It's so hot.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Volukashuna, were originally from the desert, but I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
Not intolerant so much as that they've grown more adapted to their new environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment.
And you consider yourself strong?
Here, take this. Let him drink it.
That's right, you don't need to eat or drink because you are made out of wood.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! You're leaving already?
Seems it really is just water.
Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to? Anyway, let's focus on helping Tighnari drink some water first.
Alright.
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
He was gonna go check on you.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Why is Paimon getting all these weird sound effects?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance to turn things around later.
That's true.
Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
Very decisive, I agree.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine. I can make it back on my own.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on, we'll help you back to Aru Village.
Bring Tighnari back so he can rest. All the people have relocated, I think. Strange. There's a lot of missable details in this event. You're over here now.
You two must have a lot of free time if you came looking for me.
Kind of. We kind of have free time, but we kind of don't.
What?
I'm guessing you two don't change. Mr. Fox.
A desert fox?
Back to Aru Village, and it looks like it wants us to meet up with Layla. Did Layla just stumble across it and then she's gonna come in first this round? Ouch.
Right idea. Wrong time.
Well, I'm dumb. I deserve that.
I'll protect us.
Let's top everybody off.
Do it.
Where are you, Layla?
Go, Barbara, go.
They're still down?
How are you feeling now, Tighnari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, there's Layla.
Oh, Sino and Tighnari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for a while. What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to withdraw from this round. Sino and the Traveler are escorting me back to Aru Village.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were alright before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. And now I'm backing out while I can.
You almost couldn't back out, though.
When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself. Will you be alright?
Nah, she always looks like this.
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here for a while.
Be careful not to push yourself too hard.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
You can tell?
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate them.
Chill, Sino. Chill!
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to represent the Ratawahis Darshan in the championship. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with all the expectations they've put on me. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their expectations somehow.
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tighnari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me.
That's the way to do it, to be honest.
I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
Huh. I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru Village, so I can go the rest of the way myself. You should get back to the competition. Don't you want to win that limited edition card?
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
No, it won't. Get your damn fucking holo card and get the hell out of here.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino.
Not yet.
Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after the round ends.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
I wonder what Dia and Candace are up to now. I do love that they added like some CG to this. Those little cutscene graphics are great.
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders after chatting with Tighnari. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I'd disappoint if I mess up.
We would never be disappointed in you. We prefer you to be happy, Layla.
Yeah, I think that's what Tighnari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. I don't have any now, but I'll give that some thought.
Hell, if you come in third place this round, you're actually going to be tied with him.
Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had some breakthroughs while we've been chatting.
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left? Tighnari's dropped out for the round, and we just saw Sino.
You could go see how Madame Faruzan's doing. I've heard that she's quite knowledgeable about the desert, so she's probably made some progress by now.
Okay, let's go look for Faruzan!
Yeah, she's going to be the front runner if she places in this round at all. Because she got 2 points in the previous round.
Don't worry.
I'll be fine. Alright. So Sino's over here. Faruzan's still at that same spot. And you've moved over here now?
Go, Barbara, go!
What is your game plan, Mr. Mad Hatter? He's up top, isn't he? No, he's right here. Okay.
Looks like someone's taking it easy.
You should be thrilled that I have nothing to do. Otherwise, that means someone's in for a very, very bad day.
You don't have to be such an ass about it.
If you don't get any points this round, you won't have a shot at winning.
It's not like I care about winning or clout. Really? The real prize for me is watching all these people fight over something so useless.
Ah, so that's his actual goal for this competition. He just wants to watch the idiots fight.
Oh, you reminded me of something. There shouldn't be any more incidents after this round. If you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Alright, let's check on Sino and Kaveh. Sino shifted locations. It's gotta be up here somewhere, right? Oh, he's right there. Can you not,
Speed of
Mr.
light.
Fungus?
Let's dance.
Scatter!
Don't blink.
There we go. That ought to knock him far enough away.
I will never give up. How did the rest go? Oh, right. I will never give up. My will is my greatest weapon.
Do you rehearse your lines? Huh. Didn't see that coming. Oh no. There's two foxes now.
There's another one.
All right, Madam Faruzan.
Have you made any progress?
Ah, you're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the leyline disruptor already?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around this area.
You're a true expert, Madam Faruzan. You knew what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tighnari?
He withdrew from this round.
Oh? And why's that?
Couldn't take the heat. Had to get out of the kitchen.
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training.
No, what he needs is a little less fur.
What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Yeah, she's getting her second wind, though.
Tighnari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hat Guy, well, who knows what he's thinking.
What are the odds that several people drop out of this round and he wins by default?
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a leyline disruptor yet?
Byron doesn't think so, or our locators would have already let us know.
I think he's on the right trail, because I think the foxes might be telling him something.
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by now. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should probably go find Kaveh and see how he's faring now. Here it comes. I think I'm about to strike gold.
Aight. What the... Layla got out here fast. I don't think that Sino has shifted all too much. Ah, there she is.
I think I'll start by doing a loop around the competition zone.
Makes sense to me. I'm assuming that this dialogue hasn't changed. Man, I have no clue how I'm going to timestamp this. Either there's going to be like 1,000 timestamps, or it's just going to be like, and now we talk to this person, and now we talk to this person, and now we talk to this person. This is honestly probably one of the most boring event that I've played through so far, to be honest.
I will.
Okay, so yeah, him. So there's probably dialogue I'm missing with, like, if I had to guess, it's with Candace and Dea, because they're probably still wandering around somewhere, doing their shopping thing. Dory is still doing Dory stuff. Who knows, maybe they'll insert Baiju somewhere randomly for some random nonsense, just because he's new. Oh no, he's got 3 foxes now. I think he's a... I think Kaveh is going to come in first this round. It's 3 of them now.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult, and I still need to find what I'm looking for. Marak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
I didn't know the suitcase could talk.
Kaveh, there you are. Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds, and now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area.
Probably because they found one.
The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Marak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy. Hey there! Can you understand us?
Hi, Paimon. This is how people talk to slow people when they're trying to be offensive. Why is he here with you?
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox, that's for sure.
I'm assuming you built it.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Mirak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude.
You say that, but I know a few mute people that can actually give quite a bit of attitude without talking. Oh, look, you made it sad.
Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
Well, Paimon was the one who gave it away in the first place.
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library.
I wonder if we'll meet his mom in Fontaine.
Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazarzaray burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh, when's this going to end? Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption. Okay, let me get you all out.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching once I get them out of here. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
There goes the man, a suitcase, and 3 foxes walk into a bar.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help.
He's a unique character.
Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of.
Also, Paimon, you need to be careful what you say, because we're being recorded by a camera. You're certainly cruel with the truth.
Whoa! Someone's done already!
That was quick. I wonder who it was. Probably Faruzan, right?
Paimon also wants to know. Let's go back and ask Alhatham.
Oh, it must have been Sino and Logan / Hat Guy are off the map, so it has to be one of those two. Oh no, do you have 4 of them now?
Let the show be...
Shh, quiet. I'm currently trying to find a way out of here.
And Layla is up where Sino was the first time we ran into him.
There's a few things that seem a little off about this place. Let me collect my thoughts for a second.
Faruzan hasn't moved, so I don't expect her dialogue to have changed, but it might have.
Here it comes.
Yeah, nothing new here. Alright, let's check in with Alhatham. It's time for the commentators to meet up. You're not marked on the map all of a sudden.
I see. 20 years ago.
That was completely missable. I just ran into him by pure happenstance. And he seems to be investigating the same thing we were looking into.
Verification complete. Congratulations on being this round's first winner, Sino.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest.
I put him right from last into first, too.
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult for me.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue on, so failure was never an option. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship that bind us, I won't lose to anyone. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
I forgot. He's kind of a weeb, and we all love him for it.
Might be a good thing that Tighnari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
That's so Sino.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get harder from here on out.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations.
Oh no.
What a classic.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Milu obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Faruzan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tighnari forfeited, and Sino's already done. What about Hat Guy?
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh,
That's why he's not on the tracker.
I don't understand what he's thinking at all. But, like Alhaitham said, this round's almost over. Let's go see what the other contestants are doing.
Things are really heating up now. You can feel the contestants' passion too, can't you, Alhaitham?
Compared to the abstraction of human emotions, the desert heat is easier to intuit. Tighnari made the right decision to forfeit.
It was a good call.
Are you alright?
These are our 2 front runners.
Much better. Aru Village's hospitality sure is something. 2 whole pitchers of water, to be precise.
If your throat's too wet as a result, I can provide some dry humor.
Nice! That's a good one.
No, thanks. Much appreciated, though.
Looks like it's time to go check in on Layla. I don't think the other 2 have changed all that much. I'm honestly surprised. I thought Faruzan had this as a shoo-in. Oh, excuse me.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time. Don't you find it tiring?
Yeah,
Well,
little.
in that case, let's take a short breather here. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your face because of all the sand in it. Has anyone finished this round yet?
Just Sino.
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress yet?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything. But I did have the chance to think some more about that thing that was weighing on my mind, and I realized something.
What was that?
Well, my fellow Retawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons, and maybe a lot of them only picked me because they wanted to watch me make a fool of myself.
Oof.
But be that as it may, I believe that a lot of them genuinely do expect great things from me.
Hey, look at it on the bright side. You have points on the board already. That's more than some people can say.
And I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to regret putting my name down.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that put a lot of pressure on you?
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, I don't feel like this is something I have to do. Instead, it's something I want to do. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot. So don't worry about me.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed, I'm suddenly really sleepy.
Oh boy. We definitely need to provide you with like a chaperone or something.
I think I'll just take a quick nap. Just a quick one. But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Oh, so this is what sleepwalking Ayla is like. I'm told that I sleepwalk, but I've never had the pleasure of really being much more knowledgeable about what goes on when I sleepwalk. Mostly because I'm kind of still half awake, really.
Wait, you're...
Sleepwalking Layla.
Good to see you too. Ooh, it's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while.
She hasn't been able to fall asleep for over a day from what she said.
Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disruptor, was it? Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. It won't take long to wrap this up. Come with me, you two.
I guess we're doing another follow mission.
Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena.
Darn, I really wish I did her hangout event now. Because I feel like we would have met this wouldn't have been such a big surprise.
Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the ley lines in the area to normal.
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check on the other contestants?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Faruzan are headed towards the same place.
Oh my god, they're gonna
Perhaps
end
they're
up
about
at
to
odds
find the
again?
disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh, he's an interesting one.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they run their course. But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still seems conflicted. He doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself in some way. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside, only sorrow.
Yeah, such is the life of a miserable man with very, very shitty luck.
Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. Maybe he's just better at dealing with it all than I am. But back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record how everything plays out? Last one, then the round's over.
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going now. We'll keep everything you said in mind. Kaveh and Faruzan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're the last ones to find the disruptor.
Weird.
But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
Oh, looks like they're both there already. All right.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have finished this round by now.
Faruzan, Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time. How are the other contestants doing?
Tighnari and Hat Guy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. You two are the only ones left. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
Oh my god, you have just as bad luck as fucking Kaveh does.
That's actually really impressive.
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh. That's pretty amazing, Madame Faruzan.
Unless she's lying.
What about you? Why are you so late?
He had to escort a bunch of foxes home.
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. And then I blacked out. Probably from the heat, you know?
Wow, you blacked out and you didn't give up then.
When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? It sounds like you were in an incredibly dangerous situation. You said you were familiar with the desert, but the way you handled problems... It does feel rather at odds with your title as a genius.
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Yeah.
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up then.
All right.
Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But how shall we count the score this time? What is it, youngster?
It looked like you got here first to me, Kaveh.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
All right, in that case, let's all head back to Aru Village. Paimon thinks you'll both need some water and rest.
I think Kaveh should get the points for this round, because then it makes him even with Faruzan. They both have 2. That just seems to be make the most sense. But this is a closer competition than I thought it would be at this point. Oh, Hat Guy has relocated.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Faruzan? Huh? Where's Madame Faruzan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
You get caught up in something so easily, like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck.
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
That is a good question.
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
After a intense lot drawing, Kaveh returned. Yay!
Did you see that? I won!
Bravo!
Congratulations.
Looks like Kaveh's luck's taking a turn for the better.
Oh, finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours.
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kaveh are our victorious contestants.
Alhaitham, what's up?
As for the current standings, let me see.
That puts Sino in first place with 4, Tighnari with... Oh, actually, Tighnari and Layla tied with 3. And then we have Faruzan and... Fuck, that means that Hat Guy can win the whole thing if the next round is 5 points for the winner.
Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The
Wait.
rest in descending order are Tighnari,
Oh, that's
Faruzan,
right. She had 1
Kaveh,
point from
and
last
Hat
round.
Guy.
I mathed wrong.
The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise, see you next round.
Alright. Suspicions aroused. This quest is currently... What? Really? This location is currently involved in the quest next time on King of Invocations. I didn't think that I would have to do this dumb side quest. This is going to be a longer stream. I want to go back to Inazuma. How could I let this happen to me? What's wrong? Traveler, I don't even mention the novel. Those researchers working in Genius Invocation TCG barely have a holding it together. According to the researcher I know quite well, the team have encountered all kinds of problems that can only be described as baffling. For example, the Avatar researcher suddenly asked me a question one day. He said that if the effective descriptions on the cards are too long, might discourage people who aren't used to reading long blocks of text when playing the game. Ah, the Yu-Gi-Oh problem. Researchers are used to reading large chunks of text and aren't affected by this issue, but the long descriptions could turn potential players away. So he suggested cutting the amount of text on some of the cards in half to make it easier to read. Is it really that long? It's not a problem to me, but the researchers are still working hard on this issue. After all, it's about the player's experience, and all the few problems, the better. Anyway, there's an even bigger problem. They promised to help me find models for my novel. Something went wrong with that, too. Remember I told you earlier about the research? This is one of the fucking daily... I could have sworn this was not... I could have sworn I'd done this for him already. I told you earlier about a researcher who said that they introduced me to Tighnari and Sino and asked him the inspirations for my novel. But they're so busy, and I don't think I can count on them for a while. When you do, how will you get in touch? The researcher who received me was not able to help me with that, but gave me an idea. He said Sino sometimes goes to Pupsa Cafe to play cards. If I want, I can try my luck there first, or maybe you can help me when they're in the free. What? And what are your thoughts? By the time they're free, I'll have finished writing the novel. I guess I'll go myself see if I can find Sino. But if I'm lucky enough to meet Sino in the cafe, how could I even introduce myself to him? What a dilemma. I know Sino pretty well. So this is why it's tied up, because apparently Sino gets tied up in this mission for some reason. That's amazing. How did you... No, I won't pry further. What are we waiting for then? Let's head to Pupsa Cafe right now. Hope we'll be able to catch Sino. Why is this stopping me? This is so weird. Isn't that Sino? Look at his outfit, his hairstyle, and that hair color. Exactly like the protagonist of a card game novel should look like. This has no rhyme nor reason. Actually, I know quite a lot of people who can fit into this category. Really? That's great. I'm working on a third book called King of Invocations. And this time, I'm going to base the gameplay mechanics on Genius Invocation TCG. I'm going to create an all-new way of playing, for instance. I can get all the cards to be suspended midair on a field. Players have to collect the cards and consider their next move, all the while preventing their opponents from collecting the cards themselves. I'm getting excited just think about it. We don't have time for this right now. Please ask Sino to model for my novel. I'm counting on you. This combination of cards isn't so bad, but they're not so strong enough to deal with quick attacks. What are you up to, Sino? Huh, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm in the middle of trying to build a Genius Invocation deck with a relatively slow attack speed. I'm hoping that the deck would allow the player to obtain an abundance of resources and plenty of powerful cards. But to be honest, it's hard to build a deck like that. Currently, the Genius Invocation TCG community has some players prefer to use cards with fast attack speeds. At the beginning of the game, they play a large number of cards in one go in order to swiftly defeat their opponent. But I'm no fan of this tactic. I prefer to continuously accumulate resources in different ways, seizing every possible opportunity, building up my advantage, and eventually securing victory. Yes, yes, wonderful! You're just like the main character of my novel. Sorry, am I? This is Fukumoto, the author of King of Invocations. Hello, General Mahamatra. I don't suppose you've heard of me. I have read your novel. It's very good. I'm truly honored. In the novel, every time a protagonist is at a disadvantage, he always manages to get a card that wasn't in his deck through various means, then defeats his opponent. This left a lasting impression on me. I understand that writing novels require taking creative license, But this way of winning is a departure from the fundamental mechanic of Genius Invocation TCG. About that, well, although I do play Genius Invocation TCG a lot, I'm not really good at it. And if you write about duels with a competitive mindset, it wouldn't make for an interesting story. Is that so? Well, as luck would have it, I have here built 2 decks of cards so that we can play a few rounds of Genius Invocation TCG here. Maybe you'll find some inspiration. Now they're about to play cards. He just simply just wants to play cards. Eh? Playing with you? I'd love to, but the truth is, I'll explain. About Fukumoto's request. You're asking me to model for the illustrations of King of Invocations? That's certainly no problem. Great, help me take some pictures. Boring, but effective. This has been a big help. I'm Sir Asagiri will make an excellent illustration. Thank you very much, Sino. I'll be sure to send you a copy of the novel as soon as it's published. The 2 decks you're holding are... Didn't you promise to play a few games to Genius Invocation with me early? Okay. I'm not very good at it, so you're definitely better than me. I've never played before. You're better at this. Then the matter is settled. Here, take this deck. Quick attack deck. I'm gonna use a relatively slower deck to see how I can deal with your attacks. I'll do my best. That was kind of annoying. I'm kind of annoyed that I had to do that. I thought that that was a daily commission. I didn't remember that being a separate mission. Okay. I might have to debate chopping this stream up when I put it on YouTube. Because I don't like having to deal with file sizes so large from having 4-hour videos. Personally, I'd like to keep the stream under 3 hours. But it's so much content to get through in so little time. So, we'll cut a break here. We're only in Act 2 out of 3. We'll finish off... We'll finish this off tomorrow. I have other things that I would like to do. So we'll end off here. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.